Welcome to another BMW video. This is 2013 318D, and in this video I'm going to be changing front discs and pads. So when Tom got the car back, after I'd sorted out that suspension arm, he complained that he felt some juddering in the front brakes. And looking back on the video, yeah, the discs are past it, so he's decided to bite the bullet and just get new discs and pads. So I'll get it jacked up wheel off and then start having a look at it. So at first glance, doesn't seem to be too bad. Quite a bit of meat on the pads, and I can feel a bit of a lip, but the disc scored, and Tom says it can feel a vibration through brake pedal, which means the discs are warped. So what I'll do is I'll get axle stand underneath this and we'll start working on these brakes. Now I think these are 7mm Allen ones, you know, for the sliding pins. So I'll just get some more tools, and I think that could be like a 5mm Allen to hold the disc on. So I'll just grab a few more tools and then we can start tearing this apart. With everything torn down, it's now time to check the new parts against the old. And a few things to note: the screw that secures the disc to the hub is 6mm hex or Allen key. Yeah, caliper bracket bolts there 18mm hex, just normal 18mm, and the pins, the slider pins for the caliper, they're 8mm Allen or hex. So that's something to note, and I think it's the same for the F21 series as well, because it's a similar architecture. I think it's pretty much the same up to the B post. Anyway, well, I've got my new parts over there, so I'll bring me disc over and we'll check the parts just to make sure they're the same. I've got my old and new parts. Let's see, we compare them. Diameter is correct. I'll just put them next to each other for a comparison. Oops, it's a bit hard to do this one-handed. So, let's have a look. Yep, they look to be the same. Yep, everything's the same. I'm happy with that. So I'll get that cleaned off, because there'll be a protective oil on it. I don't have my brake cleaner, so I'll just use some double T, and that should get it all cleaned off before I fit it to the drum. Not the drum, before I fit it to the car. So disc is on, and with that securing screw, you don't tighten it up, just screw it in until it stops. I know it's a German car, but gutting tight is too tight, just makes it hard for the next guy. Did struggle a bit. The little impacts won't shift it, so what I have to do is refit the bracket, wedge me a sacrificial screwdriver in, and manage to get it undone. Anyway, back to these pins. So give these a clean, and I'll grease them. I'll use lithium grease. There's different people say different things, but that's what I do. I'm not saying that, you know, the way I do it is the best or the only way to do it, so, you know, just make your own judgment, you know, decide what's best. That's this side all buttoned up, and don't forget to check your brake fluid level, because you don't want brake fluid, you know, coming out when you're pushing the piston in for the caliper. And as soon as you've done one side, always press the brake pedal for the caliper to expand, and then you don't have a brown trouser moment when you come to do the test drive. So put the wheel on, I'll get the other side done. I'll do that off camera, it's basically rinse and repeat, and then we'll do a bit of a test drive to burnish the discs and pads in. One thing, I don't know if you can tell from here, there'll be a wear sensor. It's on the inboard pad, so that'll be just a little bit of a extra to sort out when I do this side. I'll just reuse the wear sensor spare one in the Mercedes, but no, it should be good to reuse. I've already come across a problem. Now these 3 bolts, no problem, 17mm. I managed to get them undone, but these 2, they're different size and they just will not budge. So I'm a bit stuck. Worst case scenario is to get them chiselled out. But can't leave this job half done. So I have to see what I can come up with. So it's screw fix and tool station to the rescue. I'm actually at tool station. Got farm foods, and behind it is Aldi. So hopefully one of these should help get those 2 bolts out. And then I'll have to get new bolts to replace them. That wrong size anyway. They should be 17mm. You know, the 17mm head, but they're not. So back to the BMW. Let's see if I can get those blasted bolts out. Otherwise I'm stuck. The good news is it worked a treat. I've got the first one out. Now I've got to find, got to work out how to separate these 2, and then repeat on that other bolt. And then I'm bloody home free, pretty much. So unfortunately I couldn't get that other wheel bolt out. But I know a man who can. Can't do anything tomorrow, so that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. It's now the next day, and I managed to get those rounded wheel bolts out, so I'll be able to get this wheel off and carry on with the job. And I think I might have filmed this, the whole job. I didn't show you the actual nuts and bolts of it. So with the wheel finally off, I can get this brake job finished off. And only difference is the wear sensor. So I think what I'll do is I'll reuse that. Yeah, should be able to reuse that. And the one tool didn't bring with me to do that is the pliers. So back with the pliers. I actually had them in the car. I didn't have to go to the shed. There we go. It should simply be able to pull this off the pad. No, I won't bother doing it that way. What I will do is to unscrew these pins. I'll just well, you can see that these, like I said, these pins are 8mm. I've got the right one. Yeah, because I've got the brake disc pin. Now on that subject, I think now would probably be a good idea to undo this screw. It's 6mm Allen. I've got my trusty screwdriver. I can wedge that in. It'll stop the disc from turning. See, I nearly got order operations wrong. So what I'll do is I'll do it by hand. Won't bother with impact. Just make sure this, oops, as you can see, screwdriver's going to stop it from turning. And it might help if I put the camera down. Try to do it one-handed, isn't always the best. Hope you can see that. So yep, can feel that working loose. So best to do that first before you do anything else, because you're in a position where you can just shove a screwdriver in the vents and stop the disc from turning when you try to undo that. So back to the caliper itself. Just I don't know when you can see this. So now switch over to my 8mm Allen. That says, why BMW use 8mm instead of 7mm like most of the manufacturers do for these type of pins. So I think I've got that one out. And now for the top one. But his brake hose is getting it way. So try getting behind the the classic reach around. Oh, I had that one crack off as well. And I'll do what I did with other pins, I'll clean them up and I'll grease them. Use a lithium grease. Right, I think that's out. So just lever this out, lever the caliper out with my screwdriver if I've got the pins all the way out. Nope, this bottom one needs to come out a bit further. I think that's loose enough to be able to free off this caliper. Or maybe not. And something else I forgot. Remove this clip. That says there's a specific order of operations for everything, so that's a clip out. Now it should come out. Yep, it's coming out slowly. Yeah, I've definitely got these pins are definitely out. So. And something else I've forgotten. Again, I should have pushed that piston in. So get on with my screwdriver and just lever it in. Obviously, pads and discs are being replaced, so I don't have to worry about damaging them. And there we go. That's all. That's liberated. Just free off this. Get these pads out. Let's have a look. I've got to separate this wire. And this pad's stuck, I'll have to get that out. So you go, everything's a hammer. So that's that pad liberated. Now I should be able to get this out, and then I should be able to remove that wear sensor. Just gently wiggle it. It's nearly out. There we go. And that can be reused later on. Just move that out of the way. And now with my bungee cord, I'll just hang the caliper up. And that's out of harm's way. So, next thing is to get this caliper bracket out. It's 18mm. So I'm going to use me, maybe I'm not. I'll try a socket. I'll be able to get this bottom one off with its socket, find it, get the right, yeah, got my 18mm socket and my 1/2-inch ratchet. And something else I forgot to do. The axle stand, should I put that on there? I'm messing up on this one. Getting all order operations wrong. But as I won my video, it's how I did it, not how to. Got my whole audience watching, so got to do it right, or do my best to do things the right way. Oh, this one's fighting me back and gets at bottom one with an impact. So I'll be able to buzz this off with a big impact. Just loosen it off. Same with this one. Nearly backed myself into a corner there. But they're loosened off. I can just finish them off with ratchet spanner. There we go. That's we liberated and disc is off. So you don't need to see anymore. Putting the new parts off is reverse of taking them out. I'll clean all this up, clean everything up, grease it, and then I'll just put the new parts on, and then that is it, job done. Oh, and there's this wear sensor to fit, but I'll get all that sorted off camera. Just take it out of the brackets, just give me a bit more room to play with when I fit the pad. So the brakes are all buttoned up. I managed to fit that pad, you know, the wire for the pad wear sensor. Everything's back in place, tightened up to spec. And because it's a German car, I've gone with Guten Tight. So all it remains is to put the wheel on. I've ordered replacement bolts from Amazon, so I'll put an affiliate link in the description for them, which will be handy if you have an F30 series or other BMWs. The thread is M14 by 1.25 pitch. I know it's the same for F21 series, and just fit a few other BMW models as well. So as soon as that's done, I can burnish it. I've also got a scar on it because it's coming up with a drivetrain fault. It's just showing up on iDrive, so I'll just scan it off camera, and if there's any codes we'll clear them because it usually stays green. And yes, I've forgotten to put the clip back on. I just noticed that, so I'll get that done as well, so don't worry about that. So as things stand at the moment, what I did was I had to get my scan tool out because you've got to tell the car that it's had new brake pads fitted, so I've done that. I've set the counter so it knows it's got new brake pads. So I'm just waiting on wheel bolts, and then I can burnish the brakes to help them bed in. So the bolts have turned up from Amazon, so I just get this opened up, get an unboxing as well, so to speak. Hang on. I'll just these should be the correct ones. I did reference them with the original BMW part number. Just a bit hard to do this one-handed. I've got a set of 4 bolts, and looks like I'm going to be needing all 4 because I ended up having to trash 3, and there was one missing to start off with. There we go. These look exactly like the original ones. So M14 by 125. So get all these fitted to the car, set you up, and we'll do the brake burnishing. Well, I don't know where you're going to see this one. It's now time for a test drive and to burnish the brakes. And what it involves is accelerating up to 50 miles an hour and then just braking down and then releasing the brake pedal as soon as I hit 20 miles an hour. I'm sorry you can't see much. So we'll get going, and I'll come back to you when we're ready to do the 50 to 20 braking, which is basically how the front brakes are going to be burnished. So I'm coming to a point where I can do my first braking. Up to 50 miles an hour. Put the brake down to 20. Foot off the brake. So that's the first one. Get up to 50 again. Make sure there's no cars behind me. And again, let off at 20. might be able to get a third run at this before I come to junction. Yep, I did a third one. Then I can do a fourth pull. And basically that's how I burnish the brakes. So the brakes should start bedding in now quite nicely, and that's basically it for this video. So as soon as I get home I'll do my usual outro. So that's it for this video. The brakes now burnished, so they should start bedding in properly. So I hope you enjoyed this one. As ever, thanks for watching, and I'll see you.